she said that she do not forgive and she do not forget. And expect her. That's what I heard. Yeah, expect her. Excuse what you just heard. Hey, you guys, it's Dominique Music Diva, Magenta Nails, Independent Witch, of course. Has been long since we last spoke. This video is probably going to be a little bit all over the place. I should be doing my nails right now, preparing to go back to work. That has started. I had 6 weeks off for the quarantine since I kind of counted since my last job. And I thought I was going to be off for a little longer, but my current situation, my unemployment has not come in yet. Like a lot of other people still, particularly here in New York, 1 million people are on unemployment. I have my phone right here. I'm going to be doing research on it, both my phones. You know, I have 2 phones, if you didn't know. 2 iPhones, Team iPhone. And I have some water. I don't have a drink. I could use a stiff drink. I've actually had a dream, I think not too long ago, that I was in a barn. It was in a bar, at a bar, but it was a barn. It was like, it looked like a barn. It was designed like a barn, an animal barn, B-A-R-N. And I was having some drinks. I was having some vodka martinis, cosmopolitans, lemon drops, Long Island iced tea. Nothing like a quarantine or a pandemic or a fucking global epidemic shutdown to make you miss things like bars, New York bars. My ear is also swollen right now, so please excuse that if it looks a little rough. This has just been my look, quarantine-ish look. It's been restless nights, long nights, and I'm over it, so I'm going back to work. I got hired for a company, for a job, customer service work, per usual stuff, but I'm in the lines of what I do with beauty stuff, so whatever. I'm supposed to be doing my nails right now. I have my situation set up, but I thought I'd get on camera here because getting myself upset about something that I wanted to say. I have a Facebook page, but apparently Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, fuck you, and your team of idiots trying to cancel freedom of speech. I woke up one morning and I said, men, I know it's early, about 2 days ago, maybe Thursday or something, I think Friday night. I said, men are stupid. And apparently it violated Facebook guidelines and Facebook violation speech or whatever the case is. And apparently no one can see my profile or something now, or they're not really seeing my post or whatever. I don't know. Facebook is whack. You suck for that. You really do. Normally, I would go on Twitter and tweet something, but I always feel like my Twitter community really never really sees what I say. And I kind of mostly retweet on there these days because for the most part, you know, Twitter is all about being completely extremely vain and I think graphic and shock value tactics, bullying and anger, irate anger, jumping to conclusions and just illogical. So like many other people, I come to Facebook or even Facebook, YouTube now to say what I have to say. And with that being said, last night, Saturday night, there was no particular holiday, I think. Just another regular weekend, at least to my knowledge. I don't know. There were protests all over New York City, all over everywhere. There were protests probably in, obviously, Minneapolis. There are protests in New York. I am in New York still, so this will be about New York City. And I was sitting here on my couch for hours. I couldn't sleep, like I said last night. My ear was hurting. And I got up went about my Saturday regularly. And around lunchtime, 4 o'clock, I started, lunchtime, so late, 4 o'clock. What do you call that? Like brunch, breakfast, dinner, lunch? I don't know. I was eating lunch pretty late. And I was on my phone and feeling pretty trapped. That's how I feel in New York. I don't feel stuck. I feel trapped. Yeah, I feel trapped 100%. So I'm here sitting on my couch doing much of nothing because with all this going on, I'll get to that a little bit. I cannot do much of anything. I can't do a lot of things. Not anymore. So I was on Snapchat. I don't have a TikTok, so I was on Snapchat. And you know, if you're in Snapchat, you can go through the geo mode and put your location. I do not put my location. I don't think anybody should. Unless you're looking for some trouble, unless you're that tough. I don't know. And I was in France Snapchat. So I'm looking at France Snapchat. And I ended up, I think, in predominantly, I don't want to say black, but African or black or, yeah, pretty much, I think black France. I ended up in black France or black Snapchat somehow on the map. I was looking at black France, or I was looking at Italy too, looking at Europe, because those are the two languages I have picked up that I've been learning for the last several months. Long before quarantine, I've been decided to get back into language learning and decided to continue my learning and studies with Italian language and French language. And so I'm looking in France, and I think I see protests there too, or people definitely were in the streets doing something. I could be very wrong. They could not be protesting about the George Floyd killing or any other police brutality murder that has happened here in America. And if you ever see this video and you are in France and there are protests about that, let me know. I would be very interested in knowing about that. But anyway, so then I go back to New York Snapchat, and I'm looking all over New York Snapchat. I'm looking in the Bronx, particularly in the Bronx and Manhattan. I'm from Harlem, New York, so I'm in Manhattan, New York, and I'm looking. And I live in the Bronx. And I've been living in the Bronx for some years now, obviously. Whether I've lived in Gun Hill Road, way up on the 2 line, or Grand Concourse, back in Morsania, if you will. Right now I live up in East Tremont. And so I'm looking at, then I go down to my neighborhood. Where I was raised in Harlem, particularly East Harlem, and I'm looking around, and then I get to 125th Street, and I see the protest. And I see everything. I see everything. I want to start there. I see everything. I know you think my face is innocent and childish, but I see everything. I see you. I see you and I hear you. And then, of course, like everybody on their phone, I got enthralled into looking at my phone. And all night long, I heard people outside my building. I live on the 2nd floor of my apartment building. And my window is open, of course. And I hear people outside playing any and all music. All the music was playing. All the New York artists. All these black men artists. Biggie, Jay-Z. Funny enough, I don't think I even heard Nas, but he might have played. And there was Tupac playing, and then it was some Latin music and 80s music, 90s music. There was music all night playing, obviously. I'm assuming it had to be, not just because it was a normal Saturday, but because of the protest. And it didn't stop till 4 o'clock in the morning. Normally it would have stopped at maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m., right? It went all night long. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 a.m. I was up till 5 a.m. last night. 5 a.m. And I saw everything. Everything. Everybody's tweets, every celebrity, everything. I saw LL Cool J. They said Ariana Grande was marching. They said Machine Gun Kelly was marching. Protesting. J. Cole, Hazley, Little Yachty. I saw Yandy Smith. I saw everything. And then I saw some things that a lot of people were right and a lot of people were wrong. I cannot believe where we are in right now. I saw lots of people's tweets. I cannot believe what I saw. I cannot believe some of the things I saw. And I'm not just talking about in reference to my own situation. I kind of felt slightly guilty sitting here on my couch. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Excuse me. I want to help, and I wanted to protest. I've done it before. I've been in these marches when I lived down on West 23rd Street when I was living downtown, and it was a march for somebody else, or whatever the case is. And then I sat back and I thought, and I was thinking as I'm watching this stuff, and it's making me angry. It's making me get angry for some people that I don't know. And it's making me upset for some people that I don't even know. I might cry. This is so frustrating. I've never been this frustrated, and it's painful. It feels like suffering. In my own case, when I was watching some of you protest and put your lives on the line, do not be stupid. Do not be stupid. Don't go looking for trouble, because you will get it. You will find it. Do not be reckless. It's not worth it. A year ago, 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, I don't know. I'm a survivor of rape. And so it would be reckless of me to go outside in this pandemic, just as it was equally reckless of me to be working in this pandemic, because I have a compromised immune system. I have allergies really badly. I have immunotherapy, and I've been in treatment for about a year now. It's a 5-year treatment. I have about 5 years left, but who knows at this point, with me not going to doctors now because of what's going on. My doctors are only available now every 2 weeks. I don't have the time. I've been at home stressed out like everybody else. You would think you get to organize and do things you don't do when you're not working. It's not like that. Most people, if you're not working from home, if you're just one of the people like me on unemployment, waiting for unemployment or whatever, you're probably just at home, staying at home, right? Because we're quarantined. So with that being said, I have an order of protection, right? So I was thinking about, I saw the people who were looting and being crime opportunists. And I was thinking, well, these are other black men who are in the system, or who have been in the system, who have been viewed as criminals for the simple fact that they're black. You want to take this opportunity to loot and steal, go ahead. That's how you feel about it. If they get you locked up or they arrest you, you get caught, you're going to get fingerprinted anyway. And I was just thinking about, I was like, I can't go to Harlem simply because my rapist may or may not be there. And if he sees me and I have this order of protection and he's on parole, who knows what he would do to me? Who knows what he would do to me? He's going to take the L because he already knows that his life really don't mean shit to maybe his family, neighborhood friends, the deeply racist judicial system that we have here in America. It's unfair, right? So they're taking their chance to steal, rob. They're angry. They're pissed off. the things that they are stealing, these material things, breaking into these very fancy stores where they're black owned, Apple stores, Target stores, are things that they can't buy on a daily basis, daily needs, TVs, lamps, breaking into Cheesecake Factory, Best Buys, stealing iPhones, tablets, whatever they can get their hands on, right? My rapist was a scammer, a robber, and a thief. I gotta sit my fucking ass home. And it made me think even deeper. What happened to George Floyd is really fucked up. It's sad. But the irony of it is that George Floyd was dating a white woman for 3 years. The girl who recorded his video was a 17-year-old black girl. She recorded the entire video, and now she's been getting death threats too. And all I could do was think about her, because I was like, how many times have black women been undoubtedly showed up for black men, despite the fucked up things you have done for us? All the time, the things you do to us. You sleep white, you sleep Asian, you sleep Puerto Rican, Mexican, Latino, mixed, racially ambiguous. You fetishize these women, put them on platters, put them on pedestals that black American women like me are not given the chance to. I've lived in New York City for 30 years, and I have only ever been with 2 men here. And one was a man who his preference was Latina women. Somehow he ended up with me, and I couldn't be more pro-black. I don't know. I've been called out for anti-blackness or having disdain for black women. I don't have disdain for black women. I'm upset at the decisions black women make in regards to things like this. I think we should be sitting out of these things. I do. I think we should be sitting out of these things. I, however, also think that, yes, we do need to call out racist police brutality, the judicial system, the courts, civil courts, our civil rights, criminal courts, prisons, all those things. However, where would y'all be without black women if we were all to sit the fuck home and sit this out? Where would you be without us? You know, Anonymous, the famous internet hacker, they're hacking things right now. I 100% love it. All these people showed up for these black men. The Amish group, I seen Bratz spoke. I'm a Bratz fan. I had Bratz dolls growing up. Which is Anonymous hacker. We don't forgive. We don't forget. We are legion. I'm a witch. I can own that. I am a witch. A witch is a survivor. A woman that has been seen as an outcast, different, weird, bizarre, strange, unattainable, inebriated, liberated. That's how I've been treated in my life, right? I'm not seen really as motherly. Men ask me all the time if I have kids. Because of my vaginismus, I cannot have kids. At least not right now. I don't have $20,000 to get a procedure that I need to get because I don't have it. I simply just don't have the money. I'm a 30-year-old black woman, and this has been one of the most inconvenient issues in my life. It's something I've always dealt with. I've never felt more disrespected and hurt and left out and treated insignificantly in my life. And those are hard pills to swallow, and you have to stick up for men who look like you, come from the same mothers and household you do, but they fall in love with white women or whoever else. Here's the thing. When you date outside your race and you try to answer that question of, can you be pro-black in a interracial relationship? The answer is no, you cannot. You can't. You cannot. Because you've joined the elite. You're sleeping with the woman that the world has always told her features, her straight hair, her blonde eyes, white eyes, gray eyes, blue eyes. Adolf Hitler said, blonde and blue. That's the look. These are the pure people in life, excuse me. Anyone that looks like me or you, not acceptable. Why am I sneezing? It is so unfair. Deeply unfair. You black men, some of you go out of your way to make light-skinned children with light hair, light eyes. Even those women who end up with dark-skinned men, black men, have kids, my complexion, and don't know how to do their hair, whatever the case is. I know this all sounds petty and trivial, but it is true. It is 100% true. It's true. How would you like it if someone always told you were never good enough? Ever. It's frustrating and it's hurtful. Remember this, black men. White women, 40% of them voted for Donald Trump and MAGA. 40% of them. We could have had the first woman president. It could have been a white woman, Hillary Clinton. Y'all love white women. It could have been her. Hashtag I'm with her. But you voted, a lot of you, including Donald Trump, including Kanye West, a lot of celebrities, black celebrities, or niggas like King Face. A lot of you like Donald Trump. You do. A lot of you like the Trumps. Maybe not the Trumps so much, but you like Donald Trump. I was on my phone all night long watching the protests, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning, all night long, everywhere. I saw things that I had never thought I would see in my life in this country, ever. Finally, this generation of babies, 80s babies, Generation X, Millennial Z, Gen Z, we're not taking it. A lot of celebrities getting canceled, called out for stupidity. We're not having it. And I couldn't be more glad. I couldn't be more fucking happy. So unfair. I've never in my life thought I would see some people break into the Apple store, Targets, Best Buys. It's happened before. Burn down police stations, turn over police cars, whether they are setups, whether they are not. It's happening. I've never in my life have seen so many crazy things. Crime opportunist. If you mad and stealing, don't do that to, try not to do it to black businesses if you can, but the damage has already been done. This is a day old now. I don't know what y'all doing on Sunday today. Hopefully some of you are praying, meditating. I pray for some of you's mental spaces, a mental space. I do. I really do. I can't believe it. Some of the things I saw, I cannot believe it. However, that's what I do believe we should do, black women. I want to support black women who are judges, Judge Fonda, Judge Lynn Toller, divorce court judges, whoever, lawyers, people who work in the legal field. I'm not sure what to call it, whatever. But you know what? It's really hard to do so when you go home to a white lady who will feel safe in your home, in your apartment, with your dog. Y'all know exactly what y'all doing. I see it all over New York City. Y'all choose. Y'all want to be in the forefront. You want this. This is your way to get fame. I also feel like this is a black man's way of getting your karma for not loving and protecting black women. When do y'all show up for black women like this? Not ever. I've never seen a nation torn apart for black women. Not Shaniqua. Not any. The young lady in Philadelphia. Hold on. Give me a second to look her up. Give me a second. Corinne Gaines. Corinne Gaines. Where were any of you for any of that? Where were all your outrage and all of your anger and ready to burn things down for her? Her death still pisses me off, and it's probably always gonna piss me off. I just am so shocked and appalled by what y'all will do for black men. 100% pissed. Pissed. This is me at my most pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed. I'm tired of feeling pressed and pissed. And when did everybody become a dictator? You're all dictators. Really am. Makes me very angry. I just could just go on and on and on and name countless names of black girls that you people just don't give a damn about black women. You really don't. That's how I kind of feel. This is the man's world. Black women raise black men and black girls. You know, you white women that have black biracial kids, a lot of you, or even you black women who sleep with white men and have biracial kids, they just never get it. We come from two different worlds. It's not the same. It's not even about privilege anymore. Just pisses me off. Just makes me so depressed. Just makes me so down. Just makes me like feel hostile and down at the same time. Like having two emotions at the same time. Y'all never ever do this for us. It's so frustrating. I don't get it how you keep loving them. I don't get why you do in the first place. It's not fair. Really does make me so upset. It makes me so angry. And on top of that, it's like y'all only care when black men are unarmed. You know, I've been thinking a lot about getting a gun and getting my palm gun license, which I'm definitely probably going to get. I think it's important that we learn more about guns in the Second Amendment. And since they're taking away the First Amendment, right, my freedom of speech, or whatever amendment that is, I could be totally wrong. I'm just so tired of this. It's just so unfair, like really, really, really unfair. Very frustrating. I just want some justice for black girls. I really do. It's not fair. I'm like tired. I know you don't give a fuck about us. Period. Only what you can get out of us. You're absolutely right. I don't have that many white friends. I do have white friends. I have some white friends. One, two, ones that I've known for a very, very long time. All night long I watched it. I couldn't believe the things I saw. I'm going to hang up now because I'm tired and I want to do my nails and I want to eat this ice cream. My throat hurts and make some tea. My throat has been hurting and I haven't been even screaming, just crying. I don't think I've ever cried more in my life than I've cried in the last 2.5, 3 years. I'm a Scorpio. I'm over it. Really sad, like really tired. Really am tired. I do not understand it. I don't get it. We're the only group of people who's also told to procreate with other people. You know, I think in Spanish culture, I had a supervisor who told me there's a saying, he said it in Spanish, but it means to better the race. What was so bad about our race that we need bettering, lightening, brightening, whitening? I'm gonna hang up now because I'm done. I can't go on like this, crying like this stuff. It's only May. We still have, what is this, May 31st, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months left of the year, and June, July, August, September, October, November. 5 months till November, till elections. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no clue what's gonna happen. I have no clue what's gonna happen to me. I should be moving to the West Coast, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I'll see you guys later. Take care. Stay safe. Be blessed. And black women, please think of yourselves first. Sometimes, I beg of you, it's okay to be selfish. Even in times of uncertainty and things, there are times that are better than others, and right now it's just not the time for me. The most I can do is say something, and so I'm saying something. Silence is also golden, and it can speak volumes as well. Guys, bye bye.